If you're caring for an elderly loved one at home, or perhaps you work in a care home and want to connect better with your residents, you're in the right place. Here's the truth. Communicating with the elderly is not just about words. It's about showing respect and truly understanding their world. Stick with me as I share practical tips and insights that will transform how you connect with the elderly. With aging, many elderly people face challenges like physical limitations, chronic illnesses, or conditions like dementia. These experiences can shape how they communicate and how they want to be communicated with. Elderly individuals in care homes or needing support at home often feel vulnerable. They're adjusting to changes in their independence and may experience feelings of loneliness. Understanding these dynamics is key to effective communication. Let's start with clarity. When you're speaking with an elderly person, it's essential to speak clearly and slowly, but always at a natural volume. Shouting can actually make it harder for them to understand you and can feel demeaning, as if you're talking down to them. Instead of raising your voice, focus on enunciating your words clearly. Imagine you're an actor on stage, projecting your voice to the back row. Slow down your pace, especially if they ask you to repeat yourself. This shows that you're patient and that you genuinely want them to understand. Remember, it's not about rushing the conversation. It's about making sure they feel heard and respected. If they seem confused or ask for clarification, don't get frustrated. Just rephrase what you said or try explaining it in a different way. And here's a little tip. If you're in a noisy environment, try to find a quieter spot to talk. Now, let's talk about nonverbal communication, because it speaks volumes, sometimes even more than words themselves. A warm smile, maintaining eye contact, or a gentle touch on the hand can help you connect on a deeper level, even when words fail. When you smile at someone, it instantly puts them at ease. It signals that you're approachable, friendly, and that you care. Maintaining eye contact shows that you're listening attentively and that you're engaged in the conversation. But remember, keep it natural and avoid prolonged staring, which can make anyone uncomfortable. A gentle touch, like a hand on their arm or shoulder, can convey warmth and empathy. It can be especially comforting for someone who is feeling lonely or isolated. Of course, always be mindful of personal boundaries and respect their comfort level. Pay attention to their body language as well. Let's be honest, in our fast-paced world, patience can feel like a rare commodity. But when it comes to communicating with the elderly, it's not just a virtue, it's essential. Give them the time they need to respond, even if it takes a little longer than you're used to. Sometimes they just need a moment to gather their thoughts. They might be processing information a bit slower, or they might simply be savoring the conversation and taking their time to formulate their response. Whatever the reason, resist the urge to jump in and finish their sentences. Rushing them only adds unnecessary pressure and can make them feel flustered or even embarrassed. Instead, create a space where they feel comfortable taking their time. Put away your phone, silence any distractions, and give them your undivided attention. Let them know that you're there for them, that you're listening, and that you're in no rush. Remember, sometimes the most meaningful conversations unfold at a leisurely pace. Have you ever noticed how a simple conversation can brighten someone's day? When it comes to communicating with the elderly, engaging in meaningful topics is like unlocking a treasure chest of memories and experiences. Ask them about their past, their hobbies, or something they're passionate about. For instance, you could ask, "What was your favorite thing to do as a child?" Or "Tell me about your family." These types of questions can spark joy and make them feel valued. They might share stories about their childhood, their careers, or the people they've loved throughout their lives. These stories aren't just entertaining. They offer a glimpse into their lives, their values, and the experiences that have shaped them into who they are today. Listening to their stories with genuine interest and empathy can strengthen your bond and create a sense of connection. If they have a favorite hobby, like gardening or knitting, ask them about it. Now, let's talk about communicating with elderly loved ones who may be facing cognitive challenges, such as dementia. It's important to remember that their reality might be different from ours, and that's okay. When communicating with someone with dementia, simplify your language. Use short, clear sentences and avoid using complex vocabulary or jargon. Visual aids can also be incredibly helpful. For example, if you're talking about going for a walk, you might show them a picture of a park or a walking path. Gestures can also bridge the communication gap. If you're asking them if they'd like something to drink, you might make a drinking motion with your hand. Remember, it's okay to go along with their reality instead of correcting them if it doesn't cause harm. For instance, if they insist that it's Tuesday when it's actually Friday, there's no need to engage in a debate. Just gently redirect the conversation or go along with their perception. When we take the time to understand and adapt our communication, we open the door to genuine connection and trust with the elderly in our lives. It's not about doing it perfectly,